Good evening, everybody. This is Thursday, February 3rd. Welcome to the evening commentary for Market Truth. This is our index review. We're going to continue with the same theme we've had for the last couple of weeks, which is a market that appears to just be grinding tick by tick higher. Um, we're kind of at this inflection point where uh, volatility is going to break out one way or the other. We're either going to squeeze the shorts and take off to the upside on the jobs number tomorrow, or the jobs number tomorrow will give us an excuse to finally come in off these quarterly high volatility levels. This upper right hand corner, this is S&P futures. You'll notice that we've basically 9 trading days so far in the quarter where we've either touched the quarterly high volatility level or traded just below it. So I mean, this is really and you'll see. I mean, it's just we just the ranges get tighter and tighter, and you know, one way or another, this is going to be resolved. So 1302 is the level in the S&P futures. We closed above that today. We got up to 1306. That's where we are there. The upper left hand panel, this is the monthly. We don't have a monthly buy signal yet in the S&P futures. That'll be at 1320. If we do get a pullback, our our first level that we're going to be looking at is this 1266 level in the S&P. 1266. That will be the first level we'll be looking at. The next level that we'll be looking at will be these quarterly levels. If we go through there, then we'll probably be looking at 1227 if we get a deeper correction. So either 1266 or 1227. So how do we use that? Those are not support levels. What you're looking for is how is the market trading at those levels? Do we trade down there, run out of steam, and move higher? Or do we trade through and confirm those levels to the downside? So that 1266 level, that's what you want to be watching if and when the market rolls over and trades down to that level. We'll also be getting new weekly signals next week. The weeklies this week, we already had a buy signal in the S&P around 1285. That was our weekly buy signal. The weekly, I don't know that we'll touch this at 1267, so we're probably not going to touch that on the downside for the weekly. Let's pull up, we'll look at the others. All the other indices are pretty much the same. The NQ, again, just continue to trade. I mean, literally, it's almost like the market. It's just, I mean, we're just touching this line almost every single day. 2343, right around that 2040, 2343 area is where we are in the NASDAQ futures, where that quarterly level is. We do not have a monthly buy signal yet. That'll be at 2355. If we roll over in the NQ, 2254. 2254 will be the first level we're looking at if we get a deeper correction. We'll be looking at 2147 in the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the Russell. Same. The Russell's been obviously a little bit weaker to the upside. That level is still ways above us at 825.60. But again, that level that we want to be watching for in the downside will be 750 on the quarterly level and on the monthly 770. So 770 and 750 are the levels we'll be looking at in case we roll over in the Russell futures. If the lower right hand panel, just to show you some of the intraday action today. Not a whole lot. We sold off in the morning and then we immediately bounced. We did trigger a sell signal intraday, but then we popped right back above that, traded to the top end of the range and to the daily pivot. We basically closed right at the highs. Let's take a look at the Dow real quick. Pretty much the same story on the Dow futures. Dow slightly above that quarterly. Again, a lot of that's due to a handful of stocks in the Dow, which have been incredibly strong. But those levels on a pullback that we want to be looking at in the Dow will be 11,717 on the monthly, and the quarterly levels are down at 11,200. So those are the levels that you want to be looking for on a pullback. And we'll get the jobs number tomorrow. We'll expect some movement early in the morning, and then we'll probably be dead the rest of the afternoon. Talk to you tomorrow, guys.